Good morning. Welcome back to the greenhouse. We're going to check on some seeds today. I actually forgot to plant my seeds this past Friday because I unexpectedly did have to work, and then the weekend was just kind of got away from me. I had things to go to, and so these next seeds that I'm going to start this week are going to be a week behind, but like I said, it's really not a big deal because I put them in a window, and we're going to check and see how these are going. These in the greenhouse are actually doing pretty good, but that is not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is hopefully you can tell that I sound better, and I'm going to tell you about that. But real quickly, let's go ahead and look at these, because look at these little onions. They're going like crazy. I probably need to uncover these. I just need to make sure that the door is shut so the chickens can't get in here. So yeah, these are still doing good. I'm gonna have to definitely uncover though, because these, yep. And see what happens when I get distracted. These were doing really good, and now I don't know if they're gonna recover from that. But these, you know, they're not doing, they didn't germinate super great. Those did better, but like they're getting a little leggy, so I think it's going to be time to definitely take those off of there. But these ones over here, look at these two little first ones. Aren't those adorable? But like I said, probably going to have to take this off, and these look dry to me, so I've just been a little distracted. If I don't have a list and I get distracted, this is what happens. But look over here. Apparently have a chicken that likes this pot right here, because I found eggs in it the other day, and I left one of these, and now there's another one for the grandbabies to find today. They like going and hunting eggs. So this is a new place that we're going to hunt eggs. The barn doesn't have as many, but the coop does, and this does. So I think they're going to enjoy that today. I'm going to take them out with me this morning. They're going to be here a little earlier, so we're going to go feed Hattie and look for the eggs. But what I wanted to talk about today was my sinuses. So I have struggled with this for years, and I finally decided to go see a naturopath. And she was wonderful. She helped me. She looked at all my labs, and she did some testing of her own whenever I was there. And just like with diverticulosis that I have, and that I don't have as many flare-ups anymore, is because of how I eat and how I take care of my body. Sometimes stress can bring them on, or travel or anything like that. My system is very sensitive, and I think one of the reasons is because I don't have a gallbladder. She kind of brought everything that I kind of knew to the front, and should have known to do all this, but I just kind of like needed confirmation. She decided to put me gluten and dairy free just in case, because that can cause allergic reactions, and I know that I am. I did have allergic reaction to a chemical smell at one time, and it totally clogged me up. So it's just really great how God works through people, because I prayed to him and asked him before I went to this appointment. I was like, you could, you know, just use her and help me to figure this out. And I finally had just let go of it, and God was like, okay, here you go. So when I went to her that day, I was so stopped up. I had had milk the night before, so I don't know if that was it, but I never really put two and two together. But then like the next day after I saw her, I could breathe, and I can even smell a little bit, which is kind of weird because I haven't been able to do that without taking steroid. She's got me on a couple of supplements, and I'm going to be starting. One would be for my gallbladder she says I have to take forever, because without that gallbladder, there's not like that bile released in large quantities when you eat fatty foods. So it's just kind of a drip constantly. And so I'm going to take some ox bile salts whenever I eat, and see how that works with my digestion. And that could be why my digestion has been so sensitive, just crazy sensitive. The other thing is my thyroid. She thinks my thyroid is sluggish just from my labs and things going on, because she does look at other things that traditional medical professionals don't look at. She kind of looks beyond that, and that's what we've got to do. We've got to get to the root cause, because with my nasal polyps, they just want to take them out. They want to do surgery, take them out, and have me do steroid sprays. And I didn't want to do that, because there is the chance of them coming back. And I know people that have had like 5 sinus surgeries. I don't want to have sinus surgery that many times. I don't want to have it at all. So while I do have that appointment with that doctor, just in case, because, you know, it was like months down the road, that is probably not going to be something I go to, especially if my inflammation has already went down. So I was concerned about if I didn't address the chronic inflammation, that the ENT actually told me that's what was causing my sinus issues, my polyps, that if, you know, they just take those out, that chronic inflammation was going to stay. It's still going to be in my body. It's not like it leaves whenever you have surgery and they take the polyps out. So I knew that if I didn't take care of the chronic inflammation, then it's going to manifest somewhere else. It's going to, you know, come out somewhere else. It's going to cause other issues. And I think that is what is wrong with a lot of us in the diseases we have and the things that are going on. It's how we eat, what we drink, you know, the chemicals that we're exposed to, the things we put on our bodies, in our bodies, all of it. So we really have to pay attention to what we're using, what we're eating, and so forth. I don't buy a lot of processed foods, and I haven't for a really long time. One, because we were always on a budget, and those were more expensive, especially those snack foods and things. So I was always just making things from home, or making things from scratch more. And as the years have went on, we've just got a little bit simpler. Like we find recipes that we really like for, you know, cookies or breads or brownies or whatever, and just kind of tweak them until we get them like we want them. But I know what's in them, and we can still have those treats. I can't right now because I'm gluten-free, but I could make them, I guess, gluten and dairy-free. Haven't quite ventured into that yet, and I don't know that I will, but I feel better. I'm breathing better. I don't feel as bloated. I just feel better, like, all around. It was like a clearing of like brain fog as well. I can't explain it completely, but it's just, I don't know. It's like, I'm a person who, I like to have a plan. I like to have a routine. And if I have like that plan in place that I can follow, and I know I can follow it, I'm like, all right, let's do this kind of thing. So I would encourage you, if you have things going on, if you have, you know, if they're caused by chronic inflammation, or maybe you do have thyroid issues, but maybe they're saying, well, you know, your levels are good, and you just really think, you know, something else is going on. I really encourage you to find a naturopath or someone similar in your area. There's a lot more of them now than what there was. I went to a Women's Health Naturally event this weekend, which was phenomenal. And it was unbelievable how many people in our area, and even an hour or two away from our area, came and spoke or had booths and just good information for our health and living naturally and using what God has provided, and just good ways to not treat the, you know, problem, but actually get to the root cause of it and find what is actually causing that problem and taking care of that, so that it doesn't find another way to come out, because it's your body's way of telling you something's wrong and I need you to do something. Like, I don't want you eating this because it's causing this, or I don't want you putting this on your body because it's causing this. So it's very important that we listen to our bodies. It's trying to tell us stuff all the time. So hopefully this was maybe a little bit informative. I just wanted to kind of share, because I have been struggling with this for years, since the end of 2020, and didn't really know that I had polyps until last year. And when I, you know, looked those up, of course, it's, you know, chronic inflammation. It's just, and they really cause some serious issues. So I just wanted to share this with you all, because hopefully it will help somebody maybe look into something a little bit deeper if you're having some issues, or maybe you go to your main, and I'm not knocking at all the medical professionals. I think they do, for the most part, I think most of them do a great job. I have met a few that just kind of like skim over, but find somebody, even, you know, whatever, a naturopath, somebody who's maybe is a medical, you know, an MD or medical professional, whatever it might be, that's going to look at the root cause. That's what we want. We want to look at the root cause of our issues and take care of them there, and then work, you know, kind of like backwards, I guess, from what the, you know, medical field does right now. So anyways, I hope this was helpful. This is kind of weird, maybe not weird, but off from what I usually do. But I think you're going to see more of these, just like taking care of our bodies naturally, with different things that I'm using and different information maybe that I am learning. I would love to share that with you. But let me know in the comments if it's not something that you guys are interested in. Of course, I don't want to share it, but if you are, let me know. Maybe something specific or whatever it is that I could, maybe I might know about or know somebody that might know things about. So let me know in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe, and don't forget to be lovely lights today.